Yeah, welcome back, and let us start learning something new by stepping further and understanding Linux administration for DevOps. So this Linux administration is divided into the 6 topics. First one will be the process management, second will be the user management, third will be the package management, fourth will be the service management, fifth will be the permissions management, and the sixth will be the networking based commands. So now let us take up the process management and start going forward. So in Red Hat family operating system, every command will create a process. Understand that every command will create a process, and every process will have a unique process ID. So PID stands for process ID. So in order to see the processes in your machine, you'll use a command called PS. Okay, let me show it on the screen. So in my terminal, if I type the command called ps, you should see the list of processes. So these are the list of processes. The first one is bash, followed by ps process, and for every process a process ID is allotted, and this process ID is unique. Okay, for the bash the process ID is 1371, and for the ps process the process ID is 11935. Clear till here? Now understand that Linux is a multi-user, multi-session operating system. So I'll try to demonstrate multi-user feature, and then I'll take up the multi-session. Now let us go with the multi-user point. So now currently what user I am in my terminal. So I mean to tell as a what user did I log in into my machine. So to check that, we have a command called who am I. Okay. So I am a CentOS user. Now let me bring another user. The user is admin user. In order to shift from CentOS user to admin user, the command is called sudo su. So I am a root user now. So how will you know that? The same command called who am I. So who am I will tell you to know. So let me take the command who am I. So who am I will give you the details of what user you are currently logged into the server. I am logged in as a root user. So the meaning of this multi-user operating system in Linux means it is this. I am trying to demonstrate two users now. One is a CentOS user, another one is a root user. Clear? So let me exit from a root user and become a non-root user. The command will be exit in order to exit from a root user, and I am back to the default user, which is a CentOS user. Clear? So let me clean the screen. So now this black terminal and the blue terminal both are connected to the same server in the cloud AWS. Now if I type PS here and enter, you will get the list of processes with the process ID in my black terminal. The same way I'll implement the ps command in my blue terminal. So you will get the list of processes with the process ID. But if you observe, both the black terminal and blue terminal both are connected to the same server in the cloud, which is this server, whatever we have created earlier. Okay, but that's fine, they are connected. But the point to be noted is when I type the ps in the black terminal, you see there are two processes, one is a bash, another one is a ps. The same way when I type the ps in the blue terminal, you see there are two processes again here, bash and the ps. So the processes are same, but the point to be noted here is the black terminal, the bash process got 1371, whereas in the blue terminal the bash process got 10855. Okay, so you see, though the process is same, but the process ID is differing. The reason is Linux is a multi-session operating system. Okay, so if you close this session, I mean to tell, if you close the black terminal or if you close the blue terminal, the session will end there and there. Clear? That is what I mean to tell. If you still want to get a clarity, you can observe in the black terminal for the ps command, I have a ps process here, and for the ps process the process ID is 12010. In my blue terminal I have the PS process here and see the process ID is 12013. The process IDs are different, but the process is the same. Again, the same reason, Linux is a multi-session operating system. That is a reason. Okay, clear? So let me clear the screen. Now we'll take up the options for the PS command. The command is PS. PS stands for process, and option is -u. Okay, -u is the option I'm taking. So -u will let you know, or it will list down all the processes about my user. Okay, so what is the default user currently I am logged in? CentOS user. As a CentOS user, if I type PS, okay, see, you are only getting 2 process IDs. Okay, but as a CentOS user, when you type PS with the option called -u, as the current user called CentOS user, what are all the processes running, it will list down all those processes. Just see. So as a CentOS user, you are currently running 3 processes. This is the list. Understand the difference between these two. Clear? Now let us take the next option for the PS command, which is -ef. Okay, so what is this -f going to do? It will list down all the processes running in the system. All the processes running in the system. Here it was only listing down all the processes of a particular user only. Okay, let me show you. Who is a particular user here? It's a CentOS. PS-u will list down all the processes of a particular user called CentOS, because I am logged in as a user called CentOS. But my PS-ef will list down all the processes running in my system, and it will cover all the users. Okay, not only CentOS user. If there is a root user working on the server, and if the root user is running 5 processes, the root user's process will also be listed down. If John is there and John is running processes, the list of John's process will be listed down. And if Vikram is there and Vikram is running 5 processes in my server, and Vikram's process will also be listed down. So I mean to tell, PS-ef will list down all the processes of all the users in my server. Okay, so let me take it up again. So here I'll type PS-ef. Now you should see. So these are all the users, and these are all the process IDs. So if you see on the user side, you can see CentOS user, root user. Okay, so more than one users, or all the processes of all the user details are made available because of the command called PS-ef. Clear? This is the output we got, right? But this column belongs to the user ID or the username, and this column belongs to the process IDs. Okay, now so this is the output. Okay, from this entire output I want to grep for only for the user called CentOS and his process IDs. Okay, so if we see here in this column we have CentOS user, and here we have the process IDs. So now what I'll do is I'll use the same PS-ef command. Now this time I don't want to display the output of this PS-ef on the screen. Now in the last session we learned a concept called piping, right? Now I'll use a pipe symbol, and this output of this command, rather than displaying on the screen, to the pipe I want to give as an input to another command called grep, and in the grep I am searching for this user called CentOS. Okay, so CentOS. So the output of this command through the pipe will go as an input to the grep command, and grep will search for the CentOS, and the result will be like this. Clear? So this is the user names and the process IDs. So this way also you can use your grep command as per the requirement. Okay, now let us go further. I'll clear the screen. Now let me type the command called PS, and suppose if you want to kill the process called PS, then you have a command called kill command. The syntax will be kill followed by the process ID. Now for this process called PS, the process ID is 1401. Okay, so here you need to replace with 1401. Okay, just see 1401 and type enter. Okay, but I don't want to use this kill command on this PS process, but I want to implement it on some other process. So for that there is a command called sleep command. Okay, sleep is a command I'm trying to take. So what is this sleep command? If you see, sleep command is used to create a dummy job. A dummy job helps in delaying the execution. Clear? So sleep is a dummy job. It will just delay the execution. That's it. Okay. So for how much time it has to sleep? So that we have to specify here. So I will say I want to implement the sleep command for 15 seconds. For how much time the command should be implemented? For 15 seconds. Okay. Now I type enter. So see, my cursor is blinking here and it is in a waiting position till the 15 seconds is completed. I will not get an option to enter any command. Okay, you see, till the 15 seconds is completed, I don't have any option to enter any command here. Okay, I need to wait. Okay, now if you see, 15 seconds got completed. Now I got an option to type command. Okay, now, so the problem in this scenario is, until and unless the sleep command finishes 15 seconds, I cannot enter any command or I cannot do any other work simultaneously. Okay, so what we can do is, to overcome this problem, we can run this sleep command in the background. Okay, so I will use the same sleep command now, but instead of 15 seconds I will increase the timer to 500 seconds. Okay, so sleep command will be implemented for 500 seconds, but now I will run this command in the background. So for that I will use an ampersand key. Okay, this key will run the sleep command for 500 seconds in the background. Okay, so now if I type an enter, immediately I can start working on some other tasks. Okay, any other commands or task of my requirement. Okay, now for this sleep command for 500 seconds, a process ID is allotted, which is 1410. So how do I know that? If I type PS here, immediately for this process called sleep, there is a process ID called 1410. Okay, now I want to stop this sleep command. Okay, now I will use a command called kill command. The syntax is kill followed by the process ID, PID. Okay, but what is the process I want to stop? It is a sleep command. So what is the PID? 1410. I will replace here with 1410. Okay, just see 1410. Now type enter. So you see this command called sleep 500, okay, has been terminated. You can double check it by typing again PS. You see now, earlier in the process list we had sleep command with the process ID, but now there is no sleep command. Right? This is the way you can kill a particular process of your requirement. Clear? So let me clear the screen and we'll go further. So I'll do an ls. I have a file which is no kill.sh. Okay, this file is a shell scripting file. Okay, I'll read what is the content in this file. Okay, so in order to read the content of this file, you should say cat and the file name. Right, this is the syntax we have seen. So instead of the file name, I'll remove this file name and I'll place it with the file name what I want to read. So it will read and display it on the screen. Okay, so this is the script in this file. Now this script is similar to your sleep command. Okay, this is similar to your sleep command. Okay, so now what I do is I'll run this script. Okay, so in order to run a shell script, how do I know this is a shell script file or a shell file or a bash file? So if you see here, so this is the file name, whatever I highlighted, this is the file name, and the shell scripting file will end with the name called .sh. Okay, so it is a shell scripting file. Now in order to implement this file, or in order to run this or activate this script, if you want to activate this script, then you need to copy the name of the file and use a command called bash and then tell what is the file name. Okay, so now immediately if I type enter, okay, that's it's going to take time because it is similar to a sleep process which is going to happen. I cannot simultaneously work with using any other commands on my terminal. Okay, now what I do is, as I said earlier, we ran the sleep command in the background, right? So I'll also run this script in the background. So I'll say space and ampersand key. So bash is a command used to run a shell script file, and an ampersand symbol will be used to run this command in the background. Okay, now I'll type enter. So if you see, we got a process ID, right? So now if I say ps, okay, so see here 1460 is a process ID that has been allotted to the process called bash, because this is a shell script, right? So it is a bash process. Now we will stop this 1460 command now. Okay, so how will you stop it? So we have kill command, right? Kill and the process ID. What is the process ID number? 1460. But if you see, earlier when we tried to stop, we got a reply here saying it was terminated. But now when I applied this kill command, I did not get any reply. So let us check, is the process still running or stopped? If you see, the process is still running. Okay, so again I will try to implement this kill command on the process ID called 1460. Now see, still I am unable to stop this. Okay, so why did the purpose of explaining you all this is, there will be some processes running in your machine which cannot be stopped with a kill command, but you need to forcefully kill the process. What? You need to forcefully kill the process. Now in order to kill a process forcefully, the command will be kill, and then you should use hyphen number 9. Okay, hyphen number 9, and then you should say the process ID number. The syntax is kill hyphen 9 process ID number. So this will be like command option input, right? On the very first class at the part 1 of the Linux we learned, right? Command option and input. Now the input will be the process ID number. Okay, so the process ID will be 1460. Okay, now see, we got a reply that the script, this is a script, right, we were running in the background. So this script got killed. Now if I say ps, automatically you should see that 1460 process is not running. I mean, there is no bash script running here. This is the output after implementing this force kill command, and this was the output before implementing the kill command. Clear? So that is it for this session. Wish you a happy and continuous learning. Till then, have a good day.